dear dreamer. You found your way to Moonlight Whispers, a quiet corner of the night, where stories breathe softly, time slows down, and the world feels just a little more gentle. Settle in, let your thoughts rest, and allow tonight's tale to guide you into calm, warmth, and wonder. The story you're about to hear is about love and loss, about a small ornament hanging from a Christmas tree, and the way it carries the memories of those who once held it close. But this is not just a story about the past. It's a story about a piece of something that never truly disappears. A story about how even the smallest things can hold the biggest pieces of our hearts. And sometimes, even an ornament has a story to tell. In a quiet corner of the town, there stood a little antique shop just off the main street. Its windows were frosted, glowing faintly with warm golden light. Inside, the air smelled of cinnamon, pine, and the comforting scent of aged wood. On the shelves, nestled between faded books and porcelain dolls, was a box of forgotten Christmas ornaments, each wrapped carefully in tissue paper, their delicate beauty hidden away for years. One ornament in particular caught the eye of anyone who ventured into the shop. It was a small, heart-shaped bauble painted with gold and deep crimson. The glass shimmered, faintly catching the light in a way that made it look almost alive. And if you looked closely enough, you would swear you could see a tiny reflection of someone inside. Someone you longed to see, but could never quite reach. One cold December evening, a woman entered the shop. Her name was Evelyn. Her hands were pale and delicate, her coat wrapped tightly around her slender frame. She wandered through the aisles, her fingers brushing over the antique items until she stopped in front of the ornament box. There it was, the heart-shaped bauble glowing softly in the dim light. She picked it up, her fingers trembling slightly as she held it in her palm. As she did, something strange happened. The air around her shifted. She closed her eyes for a moment, and when she opened them, she saw the faintest glimpse of a figure. A man, standing in the doorway of a room she recognized. It was him, the man she had lost years ago. His face, youthful and full of life, smiled at her with such warmth she could almost feel his arms around her once again. Her heart ached, but for a moment it was as if he was there, alive again, just for her. Evelyn gasped and dropped the ornament back into the box, her fingers shaking as she stepped back, unsure of what had just happened. Her pulse raced. She had never felt anything like that before. The shopkeeper, an elderly woman with silver hair, smiled kindly from behind the counter. "Are you all right, dear?" she asked. Evelyn nodded, but she didn't speak. She couldn't speak. Her breath caught in her throat. The shopkeeper walked over slowly, her eyes twinkling as she looked at the ornament in the box. "That one," she said softly, "has a way of showing you things. Things you wish you could see again." Evelyn looked up, startled. "What do you mean?" she asked. The woman's smile grew gentler. "It shows you someone you hold dear in your heart. Sometimes it's someone you've lost. Other times, it's someone you're still searching for." Evelyn didn't know what to say. She only knew she had to have it. That night, as Evelyn sat by the window of her apartment, the ornament resting gently in her hands, she felt a strange pull to it once again. She gazed at it for a long time, mesmerized by the way it glimmered. And then, without warning, she reached out and touched at it again. This time, the memory was more vivid. She was in a small, cozy room, the glow of Christmas lights casting soft shadows across the walls. The man, Harvey, his name was Samuel, and sat across from her, holding her hand. His eyes were filled with warmth and tenderness, and he whispered sweet words, promises of a future they had dreamed of. Evelyn felt her heart swell, tears welling up in her eyes. She longed for that time, that love. But she had lost him far too soon. Yet, as she held the ornament, it was as if Samuel was there again, his laughter echoing softly in her ears. As Evelyn continued to gaze at the ornament, something unexpected happened. For the first time, the bauble didn't just show her Samuel's face, it showed its own story. The glass shimmered, and Evelyn's breath caught in her throat once again. She saw the ornament not as an object of longing, but as something with its own past, a piece of history tucked away for generations. She saw an old woman, the one who had crafted the ornament, her hands carefully painting it, wrapping it in golden thread, preparing it to hang on a Christmas tree in a home long gone. She saw a young couple laughing together as they placed it on the tree, the woman's hands gentle and loving, the man's smile full of warmth. Evelyn saw how the ornament had traveled through time, passed from one home to another, carrying memories of love, of loss, of new beginnings, held in the hands of those who cherished it. The ornament began to glow more brightly now, the light inside it pulsing with a soft, golden warmth. Evelyn watched in awe as the glow grew stronger, filling her room with a peaceful light. And then, as if it had sensed her need, the ornament whispered something to her. Love never truly fades. It changes form, becomes something else, but it never goes away. Evelyn closed her eyes, a sense of peace washing over her. She realized in that moment that Samuel's love would always be with her, in memories, in moments, in objects like this. Love doesn't disappear. It just becomes part of the fabric of the world. The ornament's glow dimmed slowly, but it left a warmth that lingered long after. Evelyn held it in her hands one last time before placing it gently on the mantel. This year, she would decorate the tree with love, with memories, and with the knowledge that her heart was never truly empty. As she looked at the ornament one last time, she knew it wasn't just a memory. It was a piece of her heart and Samuel's and so many others. And it would continue to shine in every season to come. Love changes form, but never disappears. May your night be gentle, your dreams be kind, and may the moonlight always find you. Good night, dreamer.